Okay, it's been a couple of days since I posted a video. We've been reorganizing the shop since Sunday. Today is Friday, and maybe we're about 30 or 40% done. My wife. What can you do? We have 4 iMacs that we need to work on today. We have a lot of packages that came in today, and we have over 120 devices that we need to get done. I do not know how I'm going to get to all of this, but if we do not start, we're not going to finish. I made about 200 bins. So I'm trying to reorganize the bins, so when a customer calls, I want to be able to look him up and know which bin his item is in and the status of the device. This is a problem that I've been having lately, but it's something that I'm working on to be able to find the status of the item a customer mailed in. Here we're going to be working on an iPhone 7 that came in for black screen, no display at all. The home button works and you can feel the vibration when you press it, but nothing shows up on the screen. That tells me that the phone may be on, but there's nothing being displayed on the screen. Now, Big Boss already tried to replace the screen, and that did not solve the problem. We also tried to replace the battery in case there's anything going on with the battery. We've had incidents where the battery was causing no display on the screen, so we replaced both, and we still have a black screen on the phone. Right now, what I want to do is take the motherboard out. We're going to inspect it to see what's going on. We'll test to see why there is no image on the screen, or if, in fact, the problem is in no display, and I'll be back. The motherboard is out. The first thing I want to do is apply some voltage onto it and turn it on to see what readings we get. I'm going to be using this awesome tool right here. I'll show you how it works. This is plugged straight to a computer, so we can plug it here for power. Okay, right there. And here we have a micro USB cable. So just plug the connector here. And now we're going to plug this onto the iPhone. And this will plug into the charging connector and the battery connector, so we can supply power onto the motherboard. A normal phone, when you turn it on, it's gonna slowly go up to maybe a little over 1 amp, and then it's gonna drop down after it boots up. So the meter will tell us a lot of things about how the phone is behaving. All we have to do is plug this connector onto the board, and I did. It's very simple to plug it in. Now the cable plugged into both the charging connector and the battery connector. So it's like having a battery connected to the board and a charging cable connected to the board. Right now the meter is reading 0 volts and 0 amps. We have to power the meter on, so we press on the power button. And now the meter is supplying 4.1 volts. Now to turn that motherboard on, what we have to do is press on the test button. Okay, 0.12 amps. It's gonna slowly go up until the phone boots, and then it's gonna go back down. 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.6, 1.1. So you see the pattern. It goes up, and then after it boots, it settles back down. So we know that the phone is working. Let's do some measurements to see if there's anything wrong with the display circuitry. PP5v7 LCM, VDDH CON. It should be the first pin of the LVDS connector. Let me open up the board diagram so I can show you what I mean. Right over here, this one here. And let me look at the back side of the circuit diagram as well. This pin connects to this component here, and this component is a filter. On the other end of the filter, it connects directly to the chestnut IC. So if there's anything wrong here, we have to flip the board and we have to work on the board from the back. What I want to do is disconnect power. So we're going to press the power button on this meter. It's going to disconnect power on the phone. So now it's at 0 volts. We're going to put the meter in diode mode and test to see if we have a short on pin number 1. So red probe on ground, and what do we get? 0.5. 0.5. We do not have a short. Let's flip the board. Right. Look at this cap. It does not look good at all. Let me switch you over to the microscope. Look at this cap. This end is totally gone. Let's check the board diagram to see if this capacitor has anything to do with the display IC. Oh, 5v7 Mason, yes. It's part of the chestnut IC. So the first thing I want to do is replace this capacitor and see if that will solve the problem. If not, then we will go ahead and replace the chestnut IC. But I still want to test the filter, which is right over here. Filter is continuous and it's good. So we're going to go ahead and replace this capacitor to see if that has anything to do with the way the phone is functioning. I do not want to remove the chestnut IC if we do not take care of this one first. Now, one thing about this phone is I do see a red marking on the top here. So it looks like the phone may have suffered liquid damage. Right now I'm looking for a donor board for iPhone 7 and I found one here. So let's use the capacitor from that donor board. Let's remove the old capacitor first. My RM tweezer just dropped. My $40 RM tweezer just dropped and it's bent. Great job. Great job. Very good job. Oh well. What can you do? Every time I buy an RM tweezer, a $45 tweezer, it falls down and it bends. It never ends. Okay, that should be good. Let's go to the donor board. And right here. Well, at least the tweezer is still usable. Very good. So we're gonna try this phone and see if we have a display. So I have the customer's stuff right here, screws and everything. Now I do not know if the customer's screen is good or not. I do see a red marking on it as well, right here. So now that the screen is plugged in, let's go ahead and plug our tester. Let's go ahead and test. Press and hold the test button until the phone powers on, and let me make sure everything is plugged good. Oh, right there. Phone is fixed. The phone is fixed. Awesome. So that capacitor is what caused the phone or the screen not to come on. I really love that meter. Very vivid, very sharp, and it's an OLED display. The numbers are big and very easy to use. Turn on and off from here and press and hold the test button for the phone to turn on. Really awesome. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and we'll do something else in the next video.